I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
Yeah, no problem. I liked it.
Congratulations on Wrath of the Hammer. It's a great album and made a new fan of me.
Yeah, we have some very good feedbacks. Um, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, with the album.
And then a lot of stories. Sometimes you have to move backwards to go forwards. I wanted to ask you, and being a new fan as I was, the band's released their first release in 2000, and everything was pretty smooth until after Seven Seals. And in the early 2020s, um, you had original members of yours that had left. I wanted to ask you, was it something that was discussed about, or was it something that happened suddenly?
Um, when I set up the new lineup in starting last year, um, I told them that especially the guitar players who brings in all these riffing and ideas for the new songs. I asked them, I would like to go back to the times from the Welcome to the End album
Hmm.
or the Echoes album, because when I look back, I'm not too happy with the Seven Seals album. Um, this was made mainly by Matthias Kupka, the vocalist and guitar player at that time. And he had the opinion, yeah, we have to do it all modern and yeah, that stuff.
Hmm.
And I think the guitar plays with the riffing of the Seven Seals um, was quite okay, but combined with the vocals, I was not very glad. So I I think this approach now with Wrath of the Hammer is a lot of more the style I like, and I would like to go forward.
I wanted to ask you, and gain this new lineup together, was it in creating this album, was working and doing the album, previous album, and doing remakes helpful in getting your chemistry correct?
Yeah, of course, yes. In 2019, our my long bandmate Manny Evander, he had to quit because of health reasons. He couldn't play any longer. So in 2019, I was more or less alone, a one-man show.
Wow.
Um, in 2022, we had a line up. We did the solo shows, support shows, which was quite good, but it turned out that working with these two guitar players doesn't really function very well. So I started again in beginning last year to look for new guitar players, and I was lucky, and I found two really good ones, and we did a little pre-production, but more or less all the songs just flew out, and we did it as they came. Yeah. And it's of course brought us together as a team, yes.
And then and getting this lineup together and having them around you to renew your energy.
Yeah, of course we did some live shows already. Um, one last year and starting with May, two shows here around the Munich area. It was a lot of fun playing live together, and yeah, and we also played a lot of the new songs of the album, and we recognized the very good feedback from the fans, and that was very good, yeah.
And one of the standout tracks for me is Ashes of the Throne. I wanted to ask you if you could speak on that track.
Yeah, that's a little story about a person who recognized that his throne is all destroyed and all his power is gone. And yeah, we had a lot of these single stories on the album, and yeah, it's more or less a bit like a fantasy story. So we like to use his fantasy stuff, or yeah.
And another song that truly sticks out to me is Scars of the Abyss. And the reason for it is because I love the musical journey of the song. It's once you hear it, it stays in your head always. I wanted to ask you, um, how how long did it take to put that track together?
So I think we all put these tracks really in a very short time together. The only track we had to work a bit longer was the Dune, but all the other tracks, most of them with the main ideas from Phil. He just presented the tracks and we just yeah um, did some small changes, but at least I guess it was only, I don't know how long Phil worked on the songs to be confident and presenting it to us, but um, as a band we just had a very short time and said, okay, that's it, let's do it.
Mm. And and when I first heard Guardians of the Night, the first thing that popped into my mind is that this song would be absolutely amazing live. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, it's also at the end it's a remix from a song we already released in 2000,
Mm.
but we arranged it a bit. And when we play live, it's yeah, sometimes a really interesting feedback from the fans. Some are more or less yeah, power ballad moods. Others are just hurrying and get the feelings up at the end of the song. So it's yeah, interesting to play it live and to see how the people will react this day.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been with the band from the beginning. I wanted to ask you, what do you feel has been the brightest moment for you throughout this journey of 26 years?
Well, for me, it's very important to play live and to play live shows. So the uh, shows we played as support with Blind Guardian
Mm.
were really outstanding because in Milano in Italy we played for in front of more than 4,000 people, and that was really great. And also the whole tour as support for Doro were
Yes.
really good. We had always, or mostly always, sold out locations. So that was very cool.
I wanted to ask you as well, can you talk to me about your musical journey? At what age did you begin?
When I started in the band at the age of 15, I started by learning classical guitar in the first band. Then I did some percussions, and then the guy said, "Okay, we just don't have a bass player. What about you? So I guess at the age of 16, 17 or something, I started playing bass. Um, the first times we played rock and covered some things as always as the young guys do. Then I played jazz rock for a while, and then in the early 80s I joined my first metal band, and that was the time that I decided to stick to these sound.
I wanted to ask you as well, what's the next step for a band? What can fans look for next?
We're working on already on some new songs, and we hope we will release the new album in end of next year. And in the moment, we are looking for a support slot and festivals for next year, but there's nothing confirmed in the moment, so we have to write some emails and some telephone calls and yeah, try to get something confirmed for autumn or spring.
And now this amazing album is out. What is the best way to get a hold of this album and any merchandise that you have?
We have, of course, our own merchandise on our homepage. There's a little shop, um, but I'm afraid we don't sell to US. We don't. We just sell to Europe. Um, but you can get the CD or vinyl from the shop pages of our label and other things like t-shirts. That's only available at our concerts or our shop. Maybe if you send an email or someone send an email, we can figure out how it will be practical, madeable to send them something to other states than Europe.
And lastly, my friend, I wanted to ask you if you could give any message to your fans, what message would you give them?
Well, I hope the fans will like the album, enjoy the music, and hope we will see us on stage somewhere. Yeah, that's I would like to say, and hope the fans will enjoy it. That's our thing, and we have also quite good streams now on Spotify for the new album and the other platforms. So I'm really happy. I think it could be a good success and a good starting point or restarting point for the band again. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to take a moment to thank you, my friend. You made a new fan out of me. I I'm upset that I missed the beginning of the ride. So it's been exciting for me to go back and listen to your past catalog.
Yeah, I hope you do that. I'm sometimes I was really scared when I looked at the playlist or the song list in Spotify. Though now we have more than 100 songs released,
Yes.
and there have been some good songs in the past too, but we didn't have that success. So yeah, maybe this will come with this album. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me. I think the future is going to be very bright for you, my friend. This album is great from top to bottom. It's hard for me to pick three songs to talk about.
Yeah, I thank you having me here. And yeah, I hope we will meet again.
Absolutely. I look forward to it, my friend. And you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you.
Take
Thank
care,
you
my
too.
friend.
Bye.